I want to get right to the point. The United States of America is about to come under the divine chastisement of God.
It's not a game, not even a war. Beyond rain, beyond storm, beyond Katrina. You ain't never seen a natural disaster with a meaner demeanor. Beyond danger, when it lies anger, you'll never witness nothing stranger. To see a change, permanently rearrange back to where you came from. Oh, you don't get it. Oh, you the fittest. It don't matter. Anybody can get it. Everybody gon' feel it. From hell to the ceiling.
Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room.
What happened to the buildings and all these children? Don't get mad, it's God doing the killing. Weapons of mass destruction, no power. You can't prepare for the shock of the hour.
The hour here represents war, chastisement, affliction.
Come on in the room.
The earth now is breaking out in little wars all over the earth. The hour is coming.
What's gonna make you understand what the shock of the hour is? Now that we know who the power is. Insurmountable stress, children with gray hair, and mothers leave their newborns dead. No cure, failed suicide. No food, vegetation died. You voted, politicians lied. So used to the pain, don't nobody cry. She loved women, he loved God. This is what it sound like. When doves cry, it don't snow in the winter, it snow in the spring. We rather party.
No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why.
I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each move he makes. Cause every slither he takes sort of reminds.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody watching. Good evening. Ramadan Mubarak to my Muslim brothers and sisters who are watching this broadcast. I pray that you are having an excellent Ramadan. Brother Al-Muntakin, Ali, Brother James, Sister Vicky. That's what talk black to me, Sister Vicky. Oh, praise is due to Allah. In the room. Man, welcome. You're watching a special edition of the Final Call News Hour. I am your host, Herman Supreme Style Muhammad. The Final Call News Hour is the partner of the Final Call newspaper and the Final Call online edition, which you can get right here at finalcalldigital.com. Currently, we're unable to service our people with the regular edition of the newspaper, so you need to go to finalcalldigital.com in order to get it. Inshallah, or God willing, after this whole COVID-19 thing is over, we'll be back on the streets letting you all, informing you all, giving you that vital information via the Final Call newspaper. Brother James, Assalamu alaikum, big brothers. Good to see you. Out of Casper, Wyoming, Mr. NAACP. The current edition that we're going to be going over today, just briefly, family, just briefly. And I pray that y'all stay with me. We got some exciting things to talk about. Current issue of the Final Call reads, on the brink of anarchy. Battles over reopening the country amid coronavirus pandemic bring anger, threats, uncertainty, and further divides a fractured and fearful nation. Angry and armed, white protesters took to the streets, putting political leaders at odds with opinions, divided, and possibly lives at risk. President Trump leads the charge for restarting the economy, but has something else, a deepening hostility, been ignited. And this story appears on page 5 of this latest edition of the Final Call. And again, you can go get it. Y'all need to go get it. Go get it at digital.final or Final Call. Hold on, let me show you. Let me make it right. FinalCallDigital.com. Go and pick up this subscription, and you get a subscription, and it's even it's a better deal than buying the paper. Because the digital edition you get it for 99 cents or $1, and the regular Final Call is $2 per issue. So go on and subscribe and get that thing coming to your tablet. You're gonna love it. Again, my name is Brother Herman Muhammad, and welcome. Sister Sharifa's in the building. Peace, Queen. We got a wonderful show. But download that app, man, and you'll get that Final Call right on your tablet, and you can peep it. How's everybody doing this evening? Brother, the Wham. Don't tell me that the Wham is in the building. Sister Shahada, assalamu alaikum. Brother Dominic. Man, got some beautiful people in the room. All praise is due to Allah. Now, this story, again, appears on page 5 of the newspaper. And I just want to ask you, I want to check in every time I do one of these programs to see how the family is doing. Because, we all under quarantine. We dealing with the COVID-19 situation and what's going on. And you, like me, are locked in, and hopefully we're making a good time of this quarantine. We're making a good time of being locked up with our families and with our children, our wives. But this story, let me show you the cover again, because I want to make sure y'all understand what we're talking about. The current issue of the Final Call. On the brink of anarchy. And I just want to read a little bit to start it out. And then I want to ask you all some questions. We always want to ask questions. All right. Listen up. As some governors are removing restrictions in the name of reopening the American economy wrecked by the coronavirus pandemic, there are strong calls by various political leaders and those in the medical and scientific field telling the American people to hold their stay-at-home positions for their own safety. The COVID-19 coronavirus have created a new reality for us, said Ismail Muhammad, the student national assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, in April 26 remarks at the Nation of Islam weekly broadcast at Mosque Mariam in Chicago. So all of us are now under confinement. Some of us are upset, and you see the protests, said Student Minister Ismail Muhammad. I'm embarrassed to see how America is displaying herself before the world. And so what we're talking about, y'all know what we're talking about. It's all over CNN. It's everywhere. We're talking about when we're going to open up. That's what we're saying. That's what the question is. And is the fact that we're not open after almost 2 months going to ignite anarchy in the streets of America? Now, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote a beautiful book that was published in 1973 entitled The Fall of America. And in this book, he outlines certain things that were going to happen that we're seeing right now. And so, if you don't have this book, if you've never seen it, you can go to Final Call store online and get it. But you definitely want to pick up that book. It's a very powerful book written by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But are we headed towards anarchy? That's the question. Are we headed towards anarchy? Because according to Mr. Trump, he's ready to open America back up. Now, there are questions as to what his motives are for wanting to open America up right now. Some people say it's just all about the money. It's all about this great economy that we had, the best economy in the world up to the point where we had the pandemic, and we want to get back to that. It's according to some people, it's because he wants to hold political rallies. It's election time. This is election season, and anybody knows about presidential politics or politics in general know that people vote their wallets. And so you're not going to vote for anybody if the economy's bad. You're going to vote for change because you're feeling it in the pocket, and you think that the next politician who comes in is going to do you better. Pardon self. So, are we headed for anarchy? Because we were going along, the scientists are saying that the corona death curve is plateauing in certain places, like in New York it's starting to go down now. But then in other states it's starting to go up. So on previous shows, on previous coronavirus quarantine shows, I stated that your government is lying to you. Your government is lying to you because how can they know that the curve is flattening if they're not testing people? If you're only being tested if you go to the hospital and you're super sick, or like my brother Wazir, you request a test. But other than that, and that's only in certain places if you request a test, because I know that's not here. I know in California, brother informed me that you can request a test and get one, but that's not all over the country. So if they're saying that the curve is flattening, how do they know if they're not testing? So they're lying to you. Trump is standing up in front of his scientists. We're not going to be long today. I just want to pose some of these questions. And he's saying that he wants to get America open. Wants to get America open. But then the scientists, Sister Cynthia, peace queen, the scientist, Dr. Fauci, who's suspect. We'll talk about that in later shows. Dr. Birx. They're saying, no, we gotta hold up. We gotta stay. What's the name that we use? Stay at home. We gotta shelter in place because these numbers, if we get out into the public too soon, then it's gonna start all over again. But again, you're not testing anybody. So in Denver, I was excited last week because I was thinking that I was going to be able to open my business back up because I haven't worked in 6 weeks. But then they said, hold up, Brother Herman, not so fast. Staying at home. Quarantine's still on. And I don't really have a problem with it. But again, why are we sending, or why is the government sending such mixed messages? Here's another question, and they talk about this in the final call. Why is it that whenever America goes to war against something, or they have an issue with something, like this is a virus that we're having an issue with, a problem, a social problem, a medical problem, a problem amongst the people, they always refer to it as in war terms. Think about that now. Remember, in the final call talks about this, how we had a war on drugs. Think about it, Brother Ahmad Rasul, Assalamu alaikum. A war on drugs. Now, Mr. Trump is describing this coronavirus as an invisible enemy that we have to go to war with. But at the same time, he's encouraging his followers, those right-wingers, those alt-right people, to liberate their states, liberate Michigan, liberate Wisconsin. So on one end, his scientists, are saying stay in, but on the other hand, Trump is saying liberate these people, let them out. We gotta get back to work. And because they came with such a strong message in terms of their protest, a lot of cities or states opened up, like Atlanta or Georgia. They went back, they opened up. Florida, man, they damn near never closed. Right? Sister Tiara, Brother Mark, Sister Yolanda. Peace, everybody. So should we open up? I want to get everybody's take on this. Should we open up? If y'all in the room, should we open up? I'm watching the text line. I'm producing. I'm doing the whole nine. Sister Sherelle, brother Akbar, Assalamu alaikum. Should we open up? Is it time to open up? Do we need more testing? Because Trump said one day he says that we need testing, the next day he says that we don't need testing. I am convinced that this is the worst presidential leadership that I've ever seen in my life. And I don't fall under any side of the aisle, Democrat or Republican. I don't like none of them. They all the devil to me. I'm just full disclosure. But this dude is the worst. Trump is the worst. And the leadership is totally, and I talked about this last week, inept. It is totally inadequate. We are, at this point, leaderless. What do you guys think? Trump doing a good job? Is the government doing a good job? Are we going back to work? Is there any sign that we'll be going back to work soon? Because I'm convinced not. So I think that y'all can chime in. Like I said, I'm watching the chat line. I think that Trump, in part, was motivated in terms of saying that he wants to open the country back up by his own people, those right-wingers, those protesters who were downtown Denver, who were in Michigan, who were in Wisconsin, who were all over the country. Did I freeze? Who were all over the country protesting. And let me say this about protesting. It's my opinion, and this is just me, that when black people protest, don't nobody give a damn. They don't. I'm gonna prove a point. For one, they don't see black people, and when I say they, I mean the powers that be, the government, those who make the laws. They don't see black people as citizens. If we are citizens, they consider us to be second class citizens. So when we, Brother Ansar L, Brother Clarence, so when we protest, it don't mean nothing. And as long as it's a peaceful protest, they'll allow you to do it because they know that at the end of the day, you're going to protest, you're going to holler until you get tired, and then you're going to go home. But when white people protest, it's a totally different thing. When white people protest, then change happens. So they protested one weekend. Out of this whole 5-6 weeks we've been quarantined, white people got upset, went down to the Capitol and protested, and boom, we talking about opening the country up. Tell me I'm lying. You can't. That's right, Sister Sharifa. Benign neglect. That's a perfect description. But I want to prove my point. Y'all remember Black Lives Matter? Oh, Marky said I froze. Hopefully they'll unfreeze me. Hopefully they'll unfreeze me. Uh-oh. Why are we having trouble? Why are we having trouble? Anyway, I'll keep going and I'll just play the video later on. It's freezing me out, man. Wow. I'm gonna keep going and replay it because I'm recording actually as well while we're live. So, wow, hold on, let me see if I can refresh. Refresh the stream. Alright, I'm back up. Hold up. It come be at. I'm back. Hey y'all. They freezing me. They keep freezing me up. But anyway, what I was saying was, and this is some good stuff. Brother Chris, good to see you, brother. So what I was saying was, when white people protest, they're citizens, so they pay attention. So they protest for one weekend, boom, they talking about opening up the country. Black people protest, man, don't nothing happen. They just wait you out. I'm gonna give you an example. Y'all remember this? Now, remember the Black Lives Matter movement? When they was killing black people, and they still killing black people, they just not publicizing it as much. To my point, this is the way we protest. We come out with our little signs. Look at that sister on the left. We come out with our little signs. We come out with our little signs, man. Stop killing us. Black Lives Matter. Stop shooting us. And they just wait us out because that don't move nothing. Do you get my point? That doesn't move anything. Then, hold on, I got another one for you. I got another one for you. Here's another one. Listen to that. Look at that. This is how we protest. I am not a threat. Stop racist police terror. Justice now. And then we got all of our hashtags, all the brothers and sisters that we done lost. We done lost Philando Castile, Sean Bell, Alton Sterling, Paul Childs here in Denver. I mean, you name it, Trayvon Martin. We got all the hashtags, Sandra Bland, and we say, please stop killing us. And they wait you out. They wait you out. And then when you go back in the house, the next time they pull you over, they start killing you again. Assalamu alaikum, brother Imam. So that's what we deal with. But when white people protest, being that they're citizens, the response is different. See, this is what white people look like when they protest. Bear witness, y'all. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. See, this is how white people come looking when they protest. This is how they come. Look, they got Trump, Pence, political banners. They like, end the lockdown. Live free or die. And everybody got their guns. They got assault rifles. They got sidearms, 45s, 9mm. I mean, you name it. AR-15s. They got it all. They got that's how they come to, that's their protest. Now you tell me what's gonna be the more effective protest. If they look like, come on now, y'all can bear witness. What's gonna be more effective? You right, Mark. They train to the hilt. If you look like this, and you tell them, open up the government right now. Or you look like this. Which one? Which one? I mean, I don't mean to laugh, man. I don't mean to make mockery, but it's really laugh out loud funny. I mean, which one? This is why they're talking about opening up the government right here. Don't get it twisted. See, these are citizens. I'm trying to get us to see ourselves, black people. These are citizens right here. This right here, this is a second-hand citizen, or not even a citizen at all. My sisters right here, you're not citizens at all. They looking at you and they laughing at you. And so in the nation of Islam, and again, I'm not trying to make mockery, but the comparisons are funny. In the nation of Islam, we don't protest because we are in the vein of doing for self. We're in the vein of doing for self. We're in the vein of, we're thinking in terms of separation. Right? That's what we're on. So we're talking about the latest Final Call newspaper. And y'all think about that. Y'all can chime in. Tell me what you think. Am I right or am I wrong? But the latest Final Call newspaper is on the brink of anarchy. Battles over reopening the country amid coronavirus pandemic bring anger, threats, uncertainty, and further divides a fractured and fearful nation. Angry and armed white protesters look to streets, putting political leaders at odds with opinions divided and possibly lives at risk. President Trump leads the charge for restarting the economy, but has something else, a deepening hostility, been ignited? And I would posit to say that yes, a deep hostility is jumping off in America right now. And here's the thing, fam. It's not gonna be black people who start no revolution. See, this is not gonna start no revolution right here. I am not a threat. It's not gonna start the revolution. Stop killing us. We matter. Stop shooting us. It's not gonna start the revolution. Fam, America is imploding. This is your revolution. This is what you're looking at. This is the impetus for the fall of America right here. She's going to implode. It's already happening. And the coronavirus, or COVID-19, is the vehicle by which it's happening. You understand what I'm saying? Talk to me. Talk to me. Brother Dominic, good to see you, big brother. So, yeah, that's the final call, man. That's where we at. So, but here's what I want to say in regards to that. Because what we have to do is we have to, and I've been saying this too, we got to think about what we're going to do once we come out of quarantine. How we're going to determine the direction in which we go from this point forward, because after this quarantine, America will never be the same again. I've said that as well. One of the things I hope that you've been doing under quarantine, that I've been doing, is, man, I've been reading a lot. It's Ramadan, and again, Ramadan Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. I've been praying. We're fasting. We're thinking. We're getting ready. I've been exercising. Been doing it all. Just trying to make myself better during this time. But one of the other things that I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of reading and just preparing my mind as to, okay, what are we gonna do next? What should we do next? What do we need to do? The answer is we need to do everything. My sister, Noreen, she gave me this book that I just got through reading. I'm going to show it to you. It's called Let Us Put Our Money Together. And what this is, family, this is a book about the beginning of banking for black people in America. Man, really good read. Really good read. And the reason why I'm reading this is because we need everything. In this book, it talks about how at one time, man, there was well over there was literally hundreds of black banks. Hundreds throughout the country. Many cities had 2 or 3 black banks. After Reconstruction, right after slavery. But now, in the entire country, there's only like 24 black banks. So, one of the things that we should do, family, that we should think about doing with our little monies, you know, people are debating as to what they should do with their stimulus checks. that big old stimulus check, that $1,200. Did everybody get their stimulus check? That's a question. I ain't get mine. But anywho, everybody getting their stimulus check, one of the things that we should think about doing, and here's something I just want to toss around, and how many of you would be with this, is we get with some responsible, trustworthy people in our community, and we start to begin with not a black bank, but we just start a credit union, and then grow that into a bank. And it don't have to be just one either. It could be many. It could be multiple. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they freezing me out. They freezing me out. Wow. They freezing me out. I'm talking this good. Y'all bear with me. We're gonna keep going. Alright, I'm back. They keep freezing me out, man. See, whenever you get to talking about something that's real, man, this is how you know you dealing with your enemy. They are really trying to shut me down because I'm talking about a black credit union or a black bank. I'm talking about black people putting their money together. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Let us put our money together. What? Man, that's the message that we need right now. So, they're trying to shut me down, so I'm gonna get off of here real quick, but I wanted to say that. Thank you, baby. My wife said I'm not frozen anymore. I wanted to say that let's put our heads together and let's put a credit union together on the way to a black bank. That's a proposal, and they can't stop us on Facebook. Let's put our money together. But while I got you all, and I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna rebroadcast it. I had talked about getting stimulus money and SBA loans and whatnot, and which I did not get, at least not yet. Maybe it's on the way. Maybe Trump hasn't signed mine yet. But I had reached out via Facebook post for people to support my business by making a small donation of $5. And the people, man, you all responded overwhelmingly, man. And so I just wanted to take this time to say thank you. I appreciate you. I wrote another following post yesterday saying that we all we got. And that's my theme. We all we got. Everybody in the community, in the black community in Denver, and in the black community worldwide, but just starting locally, we all we got, fam. We are the ones who are going to support one another. And I want to just say, they don't like that bank talk, right? You know what I mean, Sharifa? They don't like that bank talk. Soon as I say, let us put our money together, they freeze the joint. Soon as I show these white people with the guns, they freeze the joint. But and let me say something about the guns too. They messing me up. I'm not saying that we should protest the way that white people protest and put guns on. No. The Nation of Islam is the most highly organized black organization that this country has ever seen. Yet we don't carry so much as a penknife. We do not protest. We are about separation and self-determination. So I'm not telling you that you should protest like these white people. Oh, let me show you them again. And I'm not telling you that you should protest like these black people. Neither one of them. Don't do it. Don't do it. What I'm telling you is that we should put our monies together. We should organize and do whatever it is that we need to do in order to create a new reality for self. That's where I'm at. Create a new reality for self. But back to my people supporting me. And man, I'm glad y'all coming back into the room. Brother Hashim, salam alaikum. Back to my people supporting me in the barbershop, because everybody knows I own the best barbershop in the land, Supreme Style Barbers. And during this quarantine time, of course, like I said, I didn't get no stimulus. I ain't get no SBA money. I ain't get none of that, despite the fact that I did apply. I ain't gonna front. I applied, but I ain't get none. But when I came to my people, to you all, via Facebook and other social media mediums, you all responded, man. And I gotta say, man, that I don't have nothing but love for my people, for my community, and that you could always call on me. I just want to say that for the record. And it showed me that we can sustain our own reality. We don't need white people. Did I say that? They're going to freeze me again. But we don't. All we need is God and ourselves. And the determination to do for self. So, again, our next piece, this is what we're going to be working on. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to let Facebook know, too. Let us put our money together. We're going to come with a proposal to do a credit union on the way to a bank. What's going to happen, family, with this COVID-19, this quarantine that's destroying America's economy, is there's going to be a new economy. There's going to be a new economy. So all of us who have skills, all of us who have businesses, all of us who can do something with our hands, we're going to have to find ways to exchange with and support one another. There's going to be real estate that comes available, because the prices are going to go down because people can't afford to pay rent while they under quarantine. These people are greedy. They're not going to do a moratorium on the rent like they should have, where we all wouldn't have to worry about being quarantined economically. They're too greedy to do that. But whatever opportunities that present themselves, fam, I'm saying that's what we need to jump on. That's what we need to prepare our minds for. But again, I just wanted to say thank you to all of my friends who are not just Facebook friends, but most of my people who are on my Facebook, man, I actually really know them and have interacted with them and do business with them, and they support me and I support them, and programs and whatnot that they present, I'm always with, and likewise whatever it is that we present, they're always with. So again, I just want to thank you, family, that and say again, we like CMB. Y'all remember New Jack City? The Cash Money Brothers. We all we got. Cool. So that was it, fam. I didn't want to take a whole lot of your time. I just want to remind you all to pick up the latest Final Call newspaper. And this is such a powerful vehicle, this Final Call newspaper. And it is the most widely circulated black-owned and operated publication in the world. Did y'all hear me? It's the most widely circulated black-owned and operated publication in the world. And when we went down because of the quarantine, in other words, we weren't printing the paper, we didn't miss a beat because we have a digital edition, which is what I'm reading out of, which is what you should be reading out of, and it's only $1 per issue. You can get a 3-month subscription for like $12. I mean, it's nothing, and you're saving $12 because normally the paper is $2. So go to Let me give you this site. Go to finalcalldigital.com and pick up that paper. You gotta have it. I'm telling you, you got to have it. No one writes stories like the writers in the Final Call. No one has this perspective, and it's a perspective that will wake you up. And notice that again, that whenever uh, America goes to war, this is what happens. Okay, so whenever America has a problem, and this is what the Final Call is talking about in this paper, they use codified language. So during the 80s, they had the war on drugs. Is that right? During 9/11, after that, they had the war on terror. Another inanimate thing that you can't go to war with. Now you have a war on the virus. That's the language that Trump is using. And whenever you have a war, and this is what they're preparing you for, we always got to go a little deep on them. And the Final Call touches on this. Whenever you have a war, you have what they call casualties of war, or you have what they call collateral damage. Here's a question. During the war on drugs, who was the collateral damage? Everybody don't answer at one time. I'm going to answer for y'all. Black people. During the war on terror, which is still going on, who was the collateral damage? Black people. Not only just so-called terrorists across the seas or Middle Easterners, but there's a lot of black Muslims or Muslims who happen to be black who were victims of the war on terror. So now you have, Sister Sharifa, you're absolutely right, a war on COVID-19. Who is the collateral damage? I heard you, Sharifa. Black folks. All right. So we're leading in deaths among the people in New York. It's blacks and Hispanics. And that's somewhat misleading when they say Hispanics, because a lot of Hispanics are black people who identify as Hispanic. An example of that would be a Dominican is a black person, but they also identify as Hispanic. That's just one example. A Panamanian. All of these people are black people who identify as Hispanic. But that's neither here nor there. Black people are the casualties of this war in New York, in Michigan, in Chicago, in New Orleans, in Georgia. And here's another conspiracy, but it's real. In Georgia, they open up, and what's the first thing they open up? They open up those businesses that who control? Who control the barbershops in Atlanta? Black people. Who control the beauty salons in Atlanta? Black people. Who control most of the restaurants in Atlanta? You ever been to Atlanta? Atlanta's all black everything. Black people. You are the casualties of a war. So Donald Trump is bragging about, and I know I'm on a rant now. Donald Trump is bragging about all of the good job that he's done with this pandemic. Yet you have 60,000 people who have died and counting. And they already prepared you when they had only about 4 or 5,000 people dead, that they were gonna lose at least 100,000 people. A lot of which, Brother Julius, my brother, a lot of which are black people. Wake up, black folks. Get your final call. Read, become informed. Let's start thinking about what it is that we're going to do. And this proposal, like for real, it's going to come into fruition because, like I said, I've been reading, and I know a lot of you have been reading and studying while you're in quarantine. And you know, you got to use this time that we, Brother Ishmael said it right, that we locked up, like as if you were in jail. What you do when you're in jail? You work out, you read a lot, you got a whole lot of time to think. You got to be thinking about what your next move is going to be. Brazy, what's up, brother? So let us put our money together, family. Thank you all again, man, for supporting Supreme Style and supporting your little brother, Brother Herman, for so long, man. Y'all know I love each and every one of y'all on this thread. And we're gonna be all right. And we're gonna be ready once we come up out of here. But the final call picked that up on the Brink of Anarchy. When we open back up Supreme Style Barbershop, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know as soon as possible. They're saying the 8th of May, but to be quite honest, I don't believe them. And we're doing some other things, so if you need to get in with Brother Herman and get a haircut or one of the other barbers, hit me up. Y'all know my number, or DM me, and we'll let you know what we got going with regard to that. And we're gonna be doing the once we do go back to work, know that we're gonna have our mask and our gloves, and you social distance as much as you possibly can in the barbershop. We gotta touch you, but we're doing appointments only, and we talked about this last week. So just be prepared for that, man. The world is changing. The world has changed because of this. And again, your government's lying to you. Until they start letting you know that they're gonna test everybody, you can't believe anything they say about a curve or a plateau. That's the PSA of the day. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, family. Visit that site, astar2.com. Visit our Nation of Islam site. Let me show you that. Where am I at? No, not that one. Not that one. This one. Is it on there? Yeah. There it is. noidenver.org. Visit that site and check out what we got going on in the nation. And as soon as the meetings resume, we'll let you all know that as well. So, fam, it's been great. It's been awesome being out here with you all. And again, thank you. I can't say thank you enough, man, for all of those who have supported us. And we look forward to seeing you very soon. But until then, stay black, stay strong, read, work out, eat good. And I don't mean eat a lot. I mean eat good. Eat good food. Eat food that is good for you. Next week, we're going to have on, inshallah, we're going to have the Western Regional representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Student Minister Abdul Malik Saeed Muhammad, formerly Brother Tony Muhammad. He'll be on. We'll definitely let you know. Brother is, man, power packed, and we look forward to hearing from him. But again, until then, stay black, stay strong, and remember that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Check us out on our social media. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
From rags to riches to bad bitches, I had the vision, just added wisdom. A mathematician, a savage nigga. I got the stripes, I'm platted, nigga. Could live life being average, nigga. Had to go climb that ladder, nigga. I was broke as a joke, I was mad at niggas. Now I'm whipping to the bank, I'm laughing, nigga. Like ha 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 ha.
No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why
until the dawn, I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each movie.